Hello everyone, in this video I will be showing the best way to earn coins in Heroes of History. So I've been playing this game for a while at the moment. I've got to the early Rome era, but one of the main struggles which I've seen new players face is coins. Even I struggle with just getting enough, but it's so difficult to actually obtain a large amount of coins in this game, so I'll just be going through it in this video. Alright, so first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place all of your houses in a pattern like this. So it's basically a repeating pattern where you have 3 houses just to start off on a row, and you'll have a culture site, and then 5 different small homes that will be covering that. I have actually in this base, just because I haven't perfected it, got 2 medium homes, but I have worked out in terms of how many squares they take up, the medium homes are by far less useful. So for instance, if I look at my current level, 300 an hour for medium homes, and it takes up 9 spots on the grid. Small homes, 450 an hour, so that's literally 1.5 times as much, and it takes up less than half the space. That's gonna get you more gold over time, which is good. Next thing is culture sites. I'm trying to, at the moment, get all of mine in the centre to early Rome. But that obviously does require resources, so one thing I would say for that is your culture sites aren't being boosted unless you've finished the upgrade. So that basically means you have to be online. For instance, in 55 minutes time, this upgrade is going to finish, but it's not going to boost anything until I click the tick. So that's something very important to remember, because that can hugely affect the happiness of buildings, which you want to maximize for this. So for instance, the way this pattern works is you do end up with, I'll just look at the top because that's where I've actually completed it. You end up with 3 classes of buildings almost, which is the one in the center, which is going to get boosted by pretty much everything. So that is, as you can see, by far maxed out, which to be honest isn't the best, because you kind of want that to be on something else, but there's no, I have thought about other ways to it, but there's no ways to do that. You got your second row of class almost of buildings, so these are going to be boosted again fully, although it doesn't show. I don't know if that's a visual glitch or something. I will just check. Clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, these just get boosted fully, and then you have the third class buildings, which are the ones that will be on the edge. So that will be this building here at the very end, and that won't be boosted all the way, but you will be getting a good 80% increase on that. She'll get you some good stuff to maximize coins. Another thing I'd have to say is for treasure hunt. Now, this is actually very crucial, because as you get into the higher difficulties, you end up having to heal your troops a lot more, and that takes a lot of resources, especially coins. So at the moment I have beat Rookie 2, so I have unlocked the Apprentice 1 difficulty. But you're not going to actually, I'm not even able to beat it, and if I were to beat it, I'd have to end up spending so many items to heal my troops constantly, especially coins. And if you look at some of these chests, they can actually give you profit in coins, 1,000 coins. To be honest, that's not that much, but every little helps, and you're not going to spend anything either. You'll help out your alliance. You might as well, So I'm just gonna use that now. Spending coins, obviously you want to know what to spend it on. For instance, some things aren't going to be needed as much, so one of the first things you should do is try to max out all of your homes. Now I've almost finished a little 3x3 grid, but maxing out your homes takes a lot of time, just because of the sheer number. And if it's like at my current level 44 minutes an upgrade, that's probably going to go up to like an hour as you enter Roman Empire, and then probably as you enter like Byzantine, even going as far as like feudal age, that'll probably, I reckon, be around an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to upgrade. So it's quite a long time, and you aren't going to be gaining anything on that. Another reason why small homes are actually better, so you literally only want small homes, because when you get past, I believe it's classical Greece, I think, or it might be the start or the end of classical Greece, I can't remember. You stop getting quests related to having, I don't know, X amount of medium homes or domestic farms, anything like that. So instead, you can see here, I literally only get quests for having 15 buildings on a certain level or research certain amount of technologies. So it doesn't matter what I have. Small homes, again, if I look on the upgrade, 27,000. That's incredibly expensive for a boost of 8 an hour. Like, that's ridiculous, to be honest. These 17 an hour, that's double, and it's like half the price. Like, it's just gonna earn you so much more gold. Obviously, culture sites are very expensive to upgrade, 106k, but they are worth it if they are boosting your homes. So I do actually have culture sites that are much lower level, actually, so these are still on mine era, which, to be honest, is quite low. I should probably get them as classical Greece because they do give 40, but you want to just place as many as you can, basically in a short row, because look, they're not, like, I'm in early Rome, most of these are classical Greece, some are even mine era, and they're still maxing out the happiness for most of the important buildings. Yes, to be fair, this artisan isn't actually boosted that much. The UI is completely wrong, by the way, don't, like, look at that. It's boosting at halfway, 14, and it can go up to 30, so almost halfway. And I only have one. Yes, to be fair, it's early Rome, but I'm just going to place another, like, when I can, which I'm going to do by expanding this, but you don't need to worry about upgrading these, like, at all. Everything's going to be boosted as much as possible. I have worked it out, and you do get another option when you get further on, so that is the large culture site. This costs 150k, and it does boost a larger radius, but it takes up 12 squares. The moderate culture site only takes up 4, and they both boost the same amount. They both have a boost of 440, and that isn't beneficial. Like, you're taking up 3 times as much space, costing more, and it's only boosting the same amount. Of course, yes, the radius is bigger, 3x3, it's quite a lot larger, but usually the pattern you're going to want is everything, these will be, anyway, so you can see it's literally touching all the houses. It would be okay if it was a 1x1 radius, like 3x3 isn't going to impact it, because you'd have to have it being so much larger. It will take up, let me see if I can find a building to explain it. Looks like same measurements, 4x3. Yeah, like the way you'd have to place it, it would be like, well, A, it would mess up your entire, like, structure, and B, like, you'd have to kind of like you'd almost want it to be at 4x4 instead of 4x3, because then it would, like, you could actually keep the layout of all your other ones, and then it might even have a purpose, but to be honest, it doesn't. It just creates loads of wasted space. Another way, which I've just done, is incidents around the map. You can literally get an incident, which gives you like 30,000 gold or something, and they only take 20 minutes anyway, so you can just go online, I don't know, every couple of hours or something, see if there's incidents, just do them, and then claim them when you come back online. Gold is always a shortage. The max capacity, 2 million, you probably shouldn't be reaching that. And if you are, you should be looking at increasing the happiness of all of these buildings here. Especially the goods buildings. The last thing I would say is the season pass. You can get like nothing for gold, which isn't really helpful. But there's not an event on at the moment that gives gold. I don't think this gives gold. Actually, the chests show me. They don't give gold. So sometimes they have these events on which like just go in a cycle. So like I think they last for a week in total, or they might last for 5 days, but then there's like a cooldown period of 2 days or something like that. These do give really good food rewards, not gold, I don't think. But however, these like reward chests you get for upgrading, so you can actually upgrade your, for like a limited time. It all resets afterwards because they're just in a cycle. Where is it? There it is. You can upgrade your World Wonder. Gives you boosts in it, whatever, but that's going to reset anyway. Doesn't really matter. The main thing, I mean, the ranking system is alright for getting research points, but level 8 and level 16 you can achieve pretty easily, like within relative ease. Like you don't have to work that hard for the events. I haven't actually tried to do this event, but 35,000 gold and then 70,000 gold. The next one is at 29, but I don't think you're really not gonna get it. I think a lot of people like in my alliance, they've tried to do them in the past. They usually end up getting like around 26, and that's from playing like loads, like focusing it a lot. And the levels get so expensive, like 29 is ridiculous. 35, 40, like they still give gold, but like 700k, that is a ridiculous amount, but you're never gonna get that. Don't try to get that, like you're literally never gonna get that unless you pay a bunch. So yeah, those are probably all of the best ways to get gold then in Heroes of History. If you enjoyed this video, do subscribe. It would mean a lot. Thank you.